We begin your Sunrise Smart Start with this truly devastating video on a massive fire at a building in Brighton's 12 Corners overnight. We're still trying to learn more about what happened here. You see the images overhead. This all started around 9 o'clock at the corner of Monroe and Winton. We're told it was the building next to Scotty's Automotive that burned for more than 2 hours, an intensive battle for all first responders involved. Many departments, Brighton, Penfield, West Webster, Bush Hills Basin, and Rochester responded trying to get this under control. Didn't clear out till just before 5 a.m. and overnight, crowds of people were just standing by in shock.
I've never seen a fire that's not in like a fireplace or a fire pit, so I was like, whoa. Immediate reaction, FaceTime boyfriend, like, look at what's going on. I like stand and like, you know, just stare. I can't look away.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely grateful that it's not right at the gas station. If that thing were to go up in flames, definitely going to be a problem.
The cause is still under investigation. If we learn more about that today during the cleanup, we'll share that with you on air on our broadcast and online at rochesterfirst.com.
And continuing your top headlines, the entire country is reacting to a scene in Rochester yesterday. Protesters took to the streets in the Park Ave neighborhood when they learned federal Border Patrol agents were spotted outside of a home on Westminster Road. And they were looking up. People on a roof. News 8 was there around 11 a.m. as demonstrators gathered calling to keep ICE out of Rochester. State Assembly member Jen Lunsford says the New York Immigration Coalition notified her Border Patrol was there as agents were looking for at least one of those workers you saw up on the roof of the home. People standing in the yard say they were unsettled by hearing about the presence of federal agents, but encouraged by the quick turnout from so many neighbors and other elected officials.
First of all, we're supposed to be a sanctuary city. And so that means that anybody come here is safe. And these people, I'm sure, did not feel safe this morning. City by city, state by state, we have to stand up and we have to fight. And we have to tell them we're not standing for this anymore.
We did see at least 2 men on the roof of the home. Haven't been able to verify who they are. The agents eventually left. Witnesses told us before that someone slashed the tires on one of their vans. As for a response from ICE, still waiting for that. The chair of the party, Monroe County Republican, says he praised President Trump and his border czar, Tom Homan, will send in more reinforcements to Rochester.
We have new details from the State Department of Labor that now shares a report detailing what exactly happened before and after the safety scare on the Bear Tracks ride at Seabreeze back in July. This report details the history of the kids' roller coaster, for example, inspections and training. Now, when the ride was inspected in May, there were no mechanical or operational faults found at that time. The park's on-duty mechanic made a statement the day of the incident saying they recall finding the ride's third car lap bar was not down or secured with 2 girls on board, something that the ride's training procedures say that operators need to double check. We spoke with the mother of those 2 girls on the ride when this first happened.
I'm just screaming, stop the ride, their lap bars aren't down, which felt like I said it a million times. I mean, the ride didn't get very far. She kind of processed it, and then she hit like the emergency stop button, which thank God she did. I honestly feel like they would have died. I mean, they would have been, there's no way they wouldn't have been thrown out of the ride.
And the Department of Labor did a follow-up inspection of the ride shortly afterwards, saying that there were no violations found. The ride's operator was fired, and officials with Seabreeze say they've since updated their training and safety procedures.
Things looking good right now from your Sunrise traffic updates and a view from our Greater Rock Sky Eye. There are no accidents currently on our list, and our map is green, meaning typical drive times as you head out to work and getting everyone to school early this Wednesday. Your forecast in just a second. New this morning, workers in nearly 70 occupations may soon be exempt from paying taxes on their tips, including some jobs that might surprise you that they're on this.
Yeah, Ron Spitzer checked in with an expert trying to figure out how this all works and who is included. She joins us now live in the studio. Ron.
This is a provision in President Trump's big, beautiful bill, which was signed in July, guys. A worker will only qualify for the tax break if their occupation is on the Treasury's list of no tax on tips jobs. But that list covers more than you might think. It includes The more obvious, wait staff and bartenders, but also the less obvious, like social media influencers and locksmiths. Tipped workers must earn less than $150,000 a year to qualify, or $300,000 for married couples who file jointly. Workers can claim a maximum of $25,000 per year in tipped income. The tax break is retroactive from January 1st, even though the bill was signed in July. And according to David Young, a local CPA and part of the State Society of CPAs, since this is new this year, those earning tips will have to put in some effort.
So let's say you're a single person and you have a job and you're getting tips. What you're going to want to do is get a record of all the tips you've earned. So when you prepare your 25 tax return in 2026, you go ahead and subtract out those wages or those earnings, so because they're not going to be taxed. But it's on you, the taxpayer, to know what you received in tips this year meaning 2025. So the way to do that is, if you don't know now, I'd go back and collect all that information so you're not scrambling in January and February of 26. Right now is the time.
At the moment, no tax on tips is set to expire after the 2028 tax year. A report from the Yale Budget Lab shows the effects of the law would be small, given that tipped workers tend to be lower income. More than 37% of tipped workers earned income low enough that they faced no federal income tax in 2022. Guys.
All right. Thank you so much, Iran. There's a new place to satisfy your sweet tooth now open in the Park Ave neighborhood.
Check this out. You see the sign, Frost and Foundry Ice Cream at the corner of Park and Colby. It's the husband and wife team behind the business, Michael and Marie Carducci, serving up Perry's ice cream, including pints and sundaes. They hope to build out a full menu of food in the future. The shop opened 7 days a week. Got more links to their social media pages in our interview. Check that out, rochesterfirst.com. Perry's seasonal pumpkin pie ice cream as well. Check that out. Put it on the list.
I like the apple pie.
Yeah?
They usually come out with as
Lots
well.
Little chunks in there.
Yeah. And hey, they said they want it to be something that you can just walk by and be like, you know what? I want ice cream. I don't want to drive all the way to the grocery store. Just walk over and get it.
Well, you're not driving there.
Right. Walking around just dodging the orange cones at Park Ave Construction.
Yeah, exactly.
Gorgeous afternoon for some ice cream temperatures in the mid-70s for you. We'll do that again tomorrow. Then start to see some changes as we get toward the weekend. That's when those rain chances start to ramp up a little bit there. We'll keep an eye on Sunday. Maybe you're taking a trip down to see the Jets-Bills game. Better chance there to actually see some of those rain showers coming in, but consistent with those temperatures.
We'll see you coming up here shortly on the Rochester First streaming app, our podcast, 9 o'clock, Second Cup of Sunrise.
Tune in, and for now, thank you so much for watching News 8 at Sunrise.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on rochesterfirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather. Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 on demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.